Guys, it is September, so that means it's officially spooky season, and there are a ton of movies coming out this fall. Here are all the horror movies that I'm most excited about and that should be on your radar as well. Now, I got all of this information from Bloody Disgusting. I'll link the article down below. They're amazing at putting together these seasonal lists and lists throughout the year of horror movies that you should be watching, so I always love using them as a resource. Thank you, Bloody Disgusting. We have Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, which is hitting theaters September 6th, and this is the long-awaited sequel to Beetlejuice. And this one centers on Lydia as a grown woman and her daughter, played by Jenna Ortega. This follows the family after a tragedy happens and Beetlejuice is summoned for some help. I haven't checked any reviews of this, but I'm very excited. I'm excited to see Michael Keaton back as Beetlejuice. I heard that he was adamant that he didn't want to have Beetlejuice on screen too much, because in the original Beetlejuice, he's only on screen like 15 minutes and he doesn't show up fully until like the 50-minute mark. So I have a good feeling about this one. I'm very excited. I've already got my Beetlejuice popcorn buckets from Regal Cinemas, which are so freaking cool, by the way. And yeah, I'm very excited to see Lydia back in action. Then we have The Front Room, which is also hitting theaters September 6th. This is from A24 and it stars Brandy. And this is actually from the Eggers brothers, which are the brothers of Robert Eggers, who's known for The Witch and a bunch of other stuff. And this one is actually based on a Susan Hill story of the same name about a young pregnant woman and her husband who must take in their ailing stepmother into their home and things go awry. She seems a little bit crazy. So I'm excited. This one looks twisty and weird, and it's fun to have Brandy back on our screens again. The Demon Disorder hits Shudder on September 6th, and this is described as a demonic family drama about a man who must deal with his estranged brother and his own possession. And then we have Creeping Death, which hits Screambox on September 10th. This is a supernatural slasher that is set entirely around Halloween, and we love Halloween set horror movies. This story involves a Celtic spirit and a group of individuals who have to figure out how to stop it and save their town on Halloween, and it looks silly, it looks fun, it looks heartwarming and heartfelt, and those are all the things I love in a Halloween horror movie. Then we have Speak No Evil, which is hitting theaters September 13th. This is the remake of the film that hit Shudder last year. And you know what? I wasn't excited about this movie because it looks terrible. It has the worst trailers I've ever seen because they show literally everything that happens in the movie, including a big reveal of something that's going on with the family. But apparently, word on the street is the movie's actually good. So this is a remake that centers on a family who meets another family while on vacation, and this family invites them to their little house for a little weekend getaway, and for some reason they take them up on their offer even though they know nothing about this family. They're like, hey, yeah, sure, let's bring our kid into this dangerous situation. And it just gets worse because when they're there, they realize this family isn't who they thought they are. James McAvoy looks amazing in this movie, I will say. I think he's gonna give an incredible performance. I'm interested to see how dark they go with this American version, because American versions of things tend to be a little cookie cutter. So I don't know. Is it going to be as dark as the original? Is it going to have that gut punch ending? I don't know. We'll see. Apparently it's good. I'm going to give it a chance now. Let me know your thoughts on this one if you're excited about it. And we have Subservience, which is coming to theaters September 13th. And this stars Megan Fox as an AI robot, kind of similar to Megan, but she's an adult woman taking care of this family, and she becomes a little too overprotective of them. And I think she starts killing and all that fun stuff. This is from the same director of Till Death, which also starred Megan Fox, and I haven't seen that one. I don't know if it's good. This one actually seems kind of interesting and fun and sleazy. Then we have The Last Straw, which hits theaters and VOD on September 20th, and this is basically The Strangers set in a diner. It follows a young waitress who's working an overnight shift, and a group of masked strangers show up and start to torment her. I love movies set in diners. I think diner set stories are so fun and creepy, so I will watch this. I'm excited. And we have Never Let Go, which is hitting theaters September 20th, and this is the new Alexandra Aja horror movie that stars Halle Berry. Alexandra Aja is terrifying. I love his work. It's so just unsettling and deeply disturbing in so many different ways, so I'm excited to see this latest entry from him. This one sounds interesting. It's set in a world that is overrun by evil, and Halle Berry is playing a mother of twin boys who must remain tethered at all times, and then one of them decides to he starts to question if the evil around them is actually real, and I think he goes missing and she has to find him. It's a fight for survival and all that fun stuff. So I'm hoping it will be dark and disturbing. And we have The Substance, which is hitting theaters September 20th. This is from director Coralie Fargo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She's the director of Revenge, which is an amazing revenge female rage revenge horror movie. This is a body horror starring Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley, and this is basically, it feels like Death Becomes Her, but much darker. It's about people who are obsessed with their looks and always having to be young, remaining ageless, and all of that stuff. And I think there's this substance that helps people remain ageless, but it's obviously not good. There's got to be something to it, okay? Sounds very timely. That it's timeless, really, because we're all obsessed with, or social media has us obsessed with this bullshit. Then we have Apartment 7A, which is hitting Paramount Plus on September 27th, and this is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, which is tough. It's a tough sell, I must say, but I think there's an interesting story there. And this story is about the woman that Rosemary meets when she moves into the apartment building and then eventually dies. This is her story about what happens in that building and what happens when she befriends all of the people in this building. It's not good. I know that it's gonna lead to a horrible ending. It stars Julia Garner. I love her. This is got those 70s vibes that I'm very excited about. So I'm excited to give it a chance. It looks interesting. Will it be as good as Rosemary's Baby? Probably not. I don't think anything can top that. Then we have Azrael, which hits theaters September 27th, and this stars Samara Weaving. This is a cult horror, which is directed by E.L. Katz, and it has a script by Simon Barrett. This is a culty horror that is set in a world where Samara Weaving's character was a part of this female-led community, and she escapes because they're trying to sacrifice her. It looks crazy, and I love Samara Weaving. She's amazing, so I'm excited to see this one. We have Bagman, which hits theaters September 27th, and this is about a family that finds themselves haunted by a malevolent creature. This sounds like it's a haunted house horror, which we always get tons of those in the fall. So if Sam Claflin is in it, that just elevates it a bit for me. And we have Sleep, which hits theaters September 27th. This is essentially a possession horror about a family who is expecting their first child, and I'm hoping it's infused with South Korean lore and just really haunting imagery. Then we have Carved, which is gonna hit Hulu, and this is actually based on the short film of the same name, and it's set on a group of people who are stuck in a historical reenactment on Halloween, and they have to figure out how to get out of it. And they're also being hunted by a vengeful pumpkin, which amazing. Give me all the pumpkin stuff. Pumpkin killers, yes. This one also sounds interesting. It's called Mr. Crockett, and it's also hitting Hulu on October 24th, and I think it's also based on a short film that was previously on Hulu. This is about a diabolical TV show host and a mother who will stop at nothing to save her child. I love creepy kids show hosts. They're just so fun, over the top, uncanny. It's giving Channel Zero vibes, and I'm excited to be uncomfortable. Then finally we have Salem's Lot, the remake, hitting Max in October. This is from director Gary Doberman, who directed Annabelle Comes Home. I haven't seen that. I don't know if it was received well, but the cast in this movie, amazing. We have Bill Pullman as Ben Mears, the writer who has returned to his home of Salem's Lot to find that it's being overrun by vampires. And we have William Sadler, who is playing Barlow. William Sadler he's amazing. So I'm so fucking excited to see him as Barlow. I don't know what they're going to do with Barlow's look. Are they going to keep him looking human like they did in the Salem's Lot remake, or are they going to make him look full-on Barlow, Nosferatu-esque like they did in the original? I'm so excited to see an update of this story. It's set in the 70s. The images from the movie look amazing. So this is one of my favorite Stephen King stories. It's perfect for fall. I'm very, very happy we're finally getting to see it, because I was getting worried there for a while. Then we have It's What's Inside, which is premiering on Netflix on October 6th, and this is about a group of friends who play a party game on Halloween, and it descends into an existential nightmare, and we love that. And then we have Things Will Be Different, which is hitting theaters in VOD on October 4th, and this is produced by Benson and Moorhead, and it sounds like a sci-fi thriller about estranged siblings who, after a robbery, escape to a rural safe house hidden in time and discover they're not the only occupants. That sounds weird, sounds good, let's watch it. Then we have VHS Beyond, the next installment in the VHS found footage horror series, and this is hitting Shudder October 4th. It's the 7th installment, and I feel like it just keeps getting better. I feel like they're really leaning into the craziness of it and just having fun with it, and that's what I want. This includes 6 new tapes from filmmakers like Justin Long, who I don't know if this is his first directorial debut or whatever. Then we have Mike Flanagan and Katie Siegel. And I'm very excited, okay? I love found footage horror. There's bound to be some hits and misses. It's just gonna be fun. I love it. Also have Haunted Ulster Live, which is premiering sometime in October. I believe it's hitting Screambox. And this is basically kind of like Ghost Watch. It's about a haunted broadcast that is taking place at a haunted house in Belfast. And apparently it's good. I'm very excited. I'm super into that kind of mockumentary style horror, especially around Halloween. It's just so much fun. I want more of these. Then we have Daddy's Head, which hits Shudder on October 11th. And this is about a mother and son who are visited by a strange creature that mimics their deceased father who just passed away. So it sounds weird and creepy and kind of folky to me. I don't know though. I could be wrong. And we have Terrifier 3, which is hitting theaters October 11th. And this is set during Christmas time and it follows Art as he, you know, is doing his damn thing during the holiday season. And it also has a return of Sienna from the previous film, and I think she is trying to take him down once again. This one promises to be even bloodier, more gruesome, and ridiculous than the previous two, and I'm very excited about this one. It looks really fun. We also have Smile 2, which is hitting theaters October 18th, and this one is set on a pop star who begins experiencing strange hallucinations and all of that fun stuff from the curse of whatever the fuck it's called. It's from Smile. And I have a feeling Kyle Gallner is returning, but I have a feeling he's gonna die very early on in the movie. And then the curse is going to continue. It's fine, okay? But I wish we were just getting a full-on Kyle Gallner story. But I'll take what they give me, I guess. We have Don't Move, which is hitting Netflix on October 25th. And this is from the production team of Sam Raimi, Evil Dead, and this is about a woman who encounters a stranger in the woods and he injects her with a paralytic. She slowly starts to lose her ability to walk and stuff as she's trying to escape this guy. This sounds terrifying and claustrophobic and just, yeah, scary as hell. Why do these things exist, these paralyzing agents? I'm like, it's terrifying that you're still awake but you can't move. And somebody could do whatever they want to you, especially a man in the woods. No! No. Then we have Your Monster, which is hitting theaters October 25th. And this stars Melissa Barrera, and this is essentially like a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Soft-spoken actress who finds her voice again when she meets a gruff but charming monster living in her closet. It's a musical spin. Ugh, musicals. I don't know. I'll give it a chance, okay? Because I like Melissa Barrera. Then we have Black Cab, which is hitting Shudder on November 8th. And this stars Nick Frost as a cab driver who picks up a couple who then realize that they're never getting home. So I think that Nick Frost's character is a villain, and I'm excited for that. Getting into a rideshare service or a cab or whatever, it's kind of scary to me because you never know who's going to be sitting behind the wheel. You're really vulnerable in that situation. So movies set around this topic or subject, they're scary to me because I feel like they're too real. We also have Heretic, which is hitting theaters on November 15th. And this is from Scott Beck and Brian Woods, and it's about two missionaries who knock on the wrong door. Say no more. Say no more. It's an A24 horror movie. It's gonna be weird. We're just gonna stop there because that's it for fall spooky season. We have a ton of movies coming out. I'm sure I've missed some and more will pop up along the way. I'm very excited. I feel like this has been a great year for horror so far. I still have so many movies to catch up on. And I have been planning my 31 nights of horror movies that I plan to watch, but also thinking of some additional horror movie lists for you guys. So let me know if you're looking for anything specific for the Halloween season because I'd love to put together a watch guide for you. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you next time. Bye.